All right, people, here we go. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Johnny Fisher versus Alen Babic. Let's see if Babic can actually do anything here. Or whether it's going to go the way that it's supposed to go according to the Matchroom script. Let's see. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Philip, Maurice, Ryan, Coffee, G-Man, Yes, Harrow, Speed. Oh yeah, the title needs changing. Thank you for that, G-Man. I got the title up from the last live stream. Thanks for the heads up. Just type that in. All right, we got that sorted. The thumbnail. Oh, wow. There's Canelo Munguia on the thumbnail. Damn. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, my gosh. Change that thumbnail quickly. You are right, G-Man. Thank you for the heads up. Okay, that should be sorted now. All right, so Johnny Fisher looks the more nervous of the two to me. You'd expect that on this occasion, the lack of experience and all that. Babic looks more relaxed. Will Fisher's nerves help him or hinder him in the fight? We'll find out in a few seconds. This fight is what I call a guilty pleasure. Because I don't really rate either guy that highly, but I'm expecting fireworks. I think it's going to be exciting, however long it lasts. Marie says, watching the card, are they already in the ring? Yeah, they're face-to-face right now. Referee's instructions. Right before the opening bell. We're seconds away. Here we go. Let's see if Babic can bring anything to the table at all. Hopefully he don't get blasted out, like, quickly. That'll be an anticlimax. Let's hope Babic can do something here to make it at least competitive while it lasts. Here we go. Round one, first bell. Big jab there from Johnny Fisher. Big right hand from Johnny Fisher knocks Babic off balance. It was partially blocked, but Babic definitely got the message there. Decent jab from Babic. Fisher with the big right hand. Yeah, so Fisher moving around the ring, on the back foot a little bit. Oh, big right hand from Fisher. Big shots going in, down goes Alen Babic. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, Babic is done. Babic is done. They got to call it off. Got to call it off. It's over. Wow. Even worse than I thought he was going to be. Oh, dear. This might be the shortest live stream I've done. I mean, I expected Johnny Fisher to win the fight without too many problems. I thought he'd knock Babic out, but what was that, under 30 seconds? Shocker. No head movement from Babic at all. Walking straight in against a young guy who could punch, who's fast. Yeah, it's a shocker. Shocker from Babic. What more can I say? Yeah, same as me, G-Man. I mean, I thought Babic was going to get knocked out. Perhaps early, but what, 30 seconds? Oh, dear. He brought absolutely nothing to the table. I don't think Babic even got a big punch off, did he? I think he got a jab off, and that was about it. I was looking forward to this commentary as well. I thought it'd be fun, but it was over before it started. All I can say is I hope Babic got a decent payday because, yeah, his career is probably over now, isn't it? And I did say in one of my pre-fight videos that it was concerning that Babic thought that his punch resistance was back to its best after the Steve Robertson fight because he never took any serious shots against Steve Robertson. So how you could think that means that his chin is all of a sudden great again? I mean, come on. Delusional. Right hand there was a grazing blow. The second one was good. Babic is hurt. I'm looking at the instant replay now, the slow-mo. The shots came in thick and fast from Johnny Fisher. And Johnny Fisher does have pretty quick hand speed when he's letting his shots go in combination like that. But, you know, realistically, Babic was tailor-made for him. Babic was tailor-made for him. Shout out to Afro Soul. Yeah, the problems are going to start for Johnny Fisher when he comes up against the counterpuncher. Somebody who can actually make him miss and make him pay. That's when he's going to have problems. Because Johnny Fisher is still very novice-y in his moves, his footwork and all that. His upper body, it's very novice-y. His guard is novice-y. But a guy like Babic, who's a crude slugger, who's small, doesn't have much head movement, already got knocked out by a 40-year-old novice in Rosansky, that's not the guy to really give Johnny Fisher a load of problems. Cal the Seasider says, Babic a worse chin than Dylan. Yeah, probably. Probably. At this stage. Cal says Babic could make Cruiser. He could definitely make Cruiser. Yeah, Babic is horrified. Look at his face. He's devastated. He convinced himself that he was gonna, I want to say old man Fisher in the fight, but you know, be the man versus the boy. And he just got taken out with a quickness. That was a shocker. Yeah, I agree with you, G man. If Babic went down to Cruiser, it would probably be worse. Johnny Fisher is a novice. If Babic goes down to Cruiser and starts fighting a higher level of opposition, let's say fringe world level, he'll probably get lit up like a Christmas tree, even worse. BH says, wonder how Babic will handle this devastation. Well, judging by how he handled the loss to Rosansky, probably not very well. Mm. Yeah, Dan says Babic was always a novelty fighter. Indeed, he was. Always was a novelty fighter. That's absolutely true. Yeah, so the Essex carry on is going to carry on for quite some time longer. Cal says Fisher versus Adelaide. Yeah, Adelaide is fighting, is it Sol Dakers? So the winner of Sol Dakers versus Fisher, I'd pick the winner of that fight to beat Johnny Fisher. Yeah, I'd pick the winner of that fight to beat Johnny Fisher. Unless, I don't know, one of them is damaged or something. I'd pick the winner of that fight, whether it's Dakers or Adelaide, to beat Fisher. Yeah, Fisher is very, very. I think he only had 2 amateur fights, and those amateur fights were in his 20s, I think, or maybe his late teens, when he was like 18, 19 at uni. And you can see it in him. You can see the way he shapes up his guard, his footwork, the way he moves his hands. There's this very raw, amateurish way about the way he moves around the ring. But Babic was not the guy to be able to exploit that. I think an Adelaide or a Dakers would be able to exploit it, at least at this stage. Because I do think that Johnny Fisher can improve. I think he can get better. He's obviously athletic. He can punch. He's got decent hand speed there. But they need to be careful with the way they move him. See, this is where Eddie Hearn's talking rubbish. A world class heavyweight prospect. A world class heavyweight prospect. What does that even mean? Because because when Eddie Hearn was asked for clarification about world class heavyweight prospect, the interviewer asked him, "Well, do you think he's going to be able to reach world level?" And Eddie Hearn said, "I'm not sure yet." Hang on, you just called him a world class prospect. That infers that he can reach world level. So Eddie Hearn just likes throwing words out there because it sounds good. Yeah, which he might not even believe himself, at least not yet. Oh, Eddie Hearn is oh my gosh. You guys hearing what Eddie Hearn's saying here? I can't, I can't do it. Like Babic got cleaned out by a 40-year-old Polish guy in 1 round. Yeah? Nobody would expect Rosansky to be able to go up to heavyweight and do anything. But somehow, Johnny Fisher knocking out Babic after Rosansky's already done him a year ago. Now that means Johnny Fisher's a world class. Leave it out. Oh my God. He's saying the world heavyweight division is on notice now. After beating Babic. I can't do it. Yo, somebody, the medics need to go tend to Fisher Senior. You see him in the crowd? My days, see how he was sweating in the crowd? He's looking stressed, mate, and his boy just won. I was saying this in the chat earlier on today. Johnny Fisher Senior, when his son turned pro a couple years back, he was massively overweight then. Now he must be, what, at least 450 pounds. Man's expanding faster than the universe. Unbelievable. Babish didn't even think to move his head when them shots were coming in. Incredible. Dylan White turned up for nothing. Dan says he's bulking. You know, I'm not even trying to take the mick out of Johnny Fisher Sr. I'm just saying that guy is a cardiac arrest waiting to happen. And his supporters are cheering it on with all the Chineses. Man's coming in with 2 Chineses, 3 Chineses, and he's eating all the food himself. And he's got an Instagram page and everybody follows it and bosh and all that stuff. Man's eating himself to death in real time. And yeah, this social media generation is wild. A man is eating himself into an early grave in real time, and people think it's great entertainment. It's incredible. It's incredible. Alvin says they have a feeder fetish. Maybe they do. Maybe that's what it is, a weird feeder fetish. Seriously. Unbelievable. Anyway, very short live stream. Gonna have to lock it off here, chaps. Shout out to everyone for joining. I'm planning to do a lot more of these, or to do these more frequently. All right. So hold tight for that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm out.